what they are, where they are, how to get them apart, how to clean them, how to grease them, how to put them back together. This section here doesn't have a bearing inside. It's nylon or plastic sleeve, if you like, that it pivots on. So this does need greased every now and again. Now it doesn't get too badly treated at the back. So even though it's at the back, it's right where the hub is. It doesn't really get splashed up with mud, stuff like that. So it's not too bad, but while you're doing the main pivots, you may as well be dealing with this as well. So a few things to bear in mind. It's a 4mm bit for the rear. And if you have a look on the other side of the frame, this is the inside, the shaft pivot side of it, if you like, and it's a 6mm hex that goes onto this one. What you're going to do, get our Allen key, slot in the back there, and then we're just going to loosen this off. Make sure you're counting any washers that come out. In this case, there's no washer on the inside for me. Rotate that shaft out, and there we go there, all ready to go. So with the bolts out the way, we can now move the upper arms out the way. Now this is best done when the rocker assembly has been taken out. Move this up, forward and away, and this now gives us access to the rear end. The bushings at the back, as long as you keep on top of them, shouldn't wear out for the life of the bike. So here's a close-up of the two halves being separated. So this half here that we're looking at, that's the nylon insert, the bushing. So all we really need to do for the rear end of this is just clean and re-grease. And the same applies for this fork section as well. We just need to make sure that every surface that these bolts and the nylon shaft attached to are clean. The usual tricks, so with me I'm using the cleaning cloths, which are handy for this sort of stuff. So with an Allen key, just shoving it through, and that cleans the interior. And again, same works for the back end as well. So just shoving it through as far as we can. What I've done is I've taken an Allen key, wrapped the tip of it around this cloth, and just going around the edge. And by doing that, it gets all of the grime and grit out of there as well. So it's just cleanliness. We're just looking to really flush out all of the surfaces, make sure there's no dirt that can turn into a grinding paste. We need to get these arms back lined up again. So there we go there. I'm going to take a little bit of grease and just smear it to the shaft itself, and this is going to go on the inside. So again, a little bit of wiggling with the rear triangle until you get to the point that it shoves home. Again, just a little bit of a covering of grease and then shoved in there, and again a little bit of wiggling involved until you get it to drive home, which is there. At this point you want to take a wipe or old rag or something like that and take out the grease that is just smeared out on the inside, because it's very hard to get to once the wheel's on, so it's worth doing it now. So we'll get our 4mm headed bolt and we just start turning that in, and we're just going to do it by hand. Tighten it up to the right torque. In this case it's 9 Newton meters. And I've got an Allen key at the back here just as I tighten this on.